Now, in this video, I wanted to talk to you guys about how we can eliminate our competitors and drastically increase the number of deals that we fund without doing any extra work. Now, how do we do that, you ask? So we need to sell the solution and not the financing. Now, I know this seems a little bit counterintuitive. I mean, we've got a client here on the phone, they're speaking to us because, well, they want financing, right? So why on earth would we be selling a solution? And how do we even go about selling a solution? Well, that's what we're here to dig into, and I'm going to explain why this is the only way you should be doing it. Number one, because it's going to increase your conversion ratios, right? Which means if we simplify that, you're going to make more money, and who doesn't want to do that? Number two, if you do this well, you're going to eliminate your competition because the client's going to go all in with you, and I'll explain why in a second. And really, that's the basis of having a lifelong client relationship anyway. So let's dig in on why we sell the solution and not the financing. So first of all, it's an indisputable fact that human beings make buying decisions emotionally. We all do. Now, we may try and convince ourselves otherwise, but it's simply the truth, okay? And you can do your own research on this stuff. I've done it for years. I've really dug into the psychology. Now, it's because when we buy anything, it's really for only two reasons, okay? One is to remove a pain or a problem of some sort, or it's to feed a desire. Now, sometimes it can actually be both. This buying decision can factor in both elements. But the point is, if we buy emotionally, then we can conclude that the client is not actually there for financing. They are there for one of those two reasons. And our job, therefore, is to uncover which one of those it is. And you do that by having a conversation focused on their business. Now, I simplify this and just call it a business-focused conversation. And I know there's nothing sexy about that, but that is what we're going to do, right? And it's vital if you want to understand the real reason your client wants the financing for their business. Because that's the real reason. That real reason, has its roots in emotion, and that is where your client needs to be. Now, 80% of the time, a business owner needs funding for a negative reason. And plugging cash flow as an example is probably one of the most common ones out there, even if they don't admit that. That's generally the reason. It can be a positive reason as well, maybe to fund growth, but generally it's a negative one. But you're not going to know any of that unless you are making the effort to understand what's going on with their businesses, okay? Now think about this. If you are having a business-focused conversation with that prospect and they can see and sense that you understand their business intimately, like they do, okay, the challenges, the reasons for needing that funding, all of that good stuff. What is happening here, really? Could it be that they're actually starting to think to themselves, okay, this broker here, they know what they're talking about, right? They understand my business. It's very different to the last conversation I had, right? This broker really is credible. I trust them, right? I'm listening to what they say. I'm now taking their advice because they clearly understand and know more about this stuff than I do. You see where this is going, right? This is the base of consultation. You don't have any of the usual objections because you are firmly in control. They trust you. And if you do this well and ask questions that really just focus on the business's stresses and weaknesses, and then you come up with a solution, you can offer to lift those issues off of that owner's shoulders, right? This is where you discuss the product. But now the client understands the product is a clear solution to whatever problem it is they've got. A problem that's obviously emotional for them. So who are they buying from now? Do you think when you move forward and you ask for their commitment at this stage, they're going to go and waste their time speaking to other brokers looking for the cheapest deal? Or are they going to go with the person they now trust? Right? Of course they're not going to do that. They aren't stupid. They want a deal funded. They want to solve the problem. That's really as simple as it gets. Okay? So the solution to a problem is what you need to focus on. And that's exactly what you have to give them. So let's just recap here. Business relationships are key to growing your business. Have clients connect emotionally with you and discuss the solution. Sell the solution to the problem. Make it seem like a natural conclusion to work with you. And by default, you're going to gain way more clients and fund way more deals, okay, without working any harder. And this is what we mean when we talk about consultative relationships versus transactional. There is a huge, huge difference in the two. So this stuff isn't rocket science, folks, okay? It's not just about understanding your products and all of the things that loan brokers or these online gurus talk about. It's about understanding business. How does business work, okay? What are the challenges that those business owners have? What are the things that excite them? Where are the negative issues? Where are the typical problems? Where do they lie? So when you're having that conversation, that business owner is connecting to you on a different level because they're thinking, this person clearly knows what they're talking about. And that's then the basis of trust. They don't feel they're being sold to, which is what a lot of brokers do when they're trying to close transactional type deals. We're focused on the individual, the human connection, which is really what it's all about. And what you'll find is you're going to do away with all of those traditional types of objections, all of the kind of what's your rates, blah, 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 blah. They trust you because you understand them. And that's really what you need to do. Sell the solution to the problem, not the financing product. You will make way more money and you'll find you're way less stressed because of it. Because it's kind of, it's the calmer way to do it, right? We're not like a hamster on a wheel, running crazy to try and make our money. We can take our time and we can ensure that that client comes back again and again over the years. And that's the key to scaling your business. Hope this helps, guys. Leave a comment below. Please subscribe to our channel and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.